Hi and welcome back. Did you know that only a few minutes of yoga can increase your strength and boost your mental clarity? What do you think that 15 minutes of yoga can do? Why don't you stick around and check out this video and find out for yourself. Enjoy. Starting out at the top of your mat, closing your eyes and bringing your palms to heart center. Setting an intention for your practice today. And opening your eyes, releasing your arms by your sides, taking a deep inhale as you come up, raising them overhead, palms together, and exhale, swan dive. Inhale, opening your heart forward with a flat back, and exhale, stepping back with that right leg into a high plank, and then the left. Releasing your knees and sinking all the way down, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, releasing back down. We'll repeat that 2 more times. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, release. Inhale, upward facing dog, and then making your way into your first downward facing dog, lifting your hips up and back, pedaling those feet, spreading through your toes, releasing your head, lifting that right leg up into three-legged dog, bending the knee and opening up to the right, squaring those armpits to the mat, and then stepping forward into your fold. Inhale as you sit back into chair pose, raising those arms overhead, and then exhale, swinging them back as you stay in your chair. Inhale, repeating that 1 more time, and exhale, release and sway. Inhale, coming back to your chair, and exhale, release all the way down. Stepping back into a warrior 2 pose. You could wiggle that right foot in between your fingers. You could grab onto your block, place it on the inside of that left foot, and coming into your warrior 2, aligning your back arch with your front heel, keeping that knee aligned, finding that focal point straight ahead. And then coming into your extended side angle. You could use any level of your block here, and opening up to the ceiling. And then reaching that arm overhead. You could look up at your fingertips if it feels okay. And then releasing down, place that block to the side, coming into a low lunge. And then if it feels okay, making your way into a high lunge, extending through that back leg, opening those arms up to the sides, giving yourself a big hug, and coming into eagle arms, lifting your forearms up, grabbing onto your forearm or thumb, releasing your shoulders down away from your ears as you lift those elbows up. So taking a couple deep breaths here. Breathing into your upper back and the rear delts of those shoulders. And then exhale, release, stepping back into your down dog. Lifting that left leg up into three-legged dog, bending the knee and opening up to the left, squaring those armpits to the mat, and then stepping forward into fold. Inhale as you raise your arms up, sitting back into your chair. Exhale, swinging those arms back. Repeating that again. Inhale and raise. And exhale, swing. Inhale and raise and sit back. And exhale, fold and step back into your warrior 2 on the opposite side. So wiggling that left foot in between your hands, placing your block on the inside of that foot and coming all the way up into your warrior 2, releasing those shoulders down, and then making your way into your extended side angle pose. And if it feels okay for those shoulders or your shoulder, reaching that right arm forward And looking up at your right fingertips. And then releasing down into a low lunge, placing your block to the side. And then making your way into your high lunge. You could always release your hands down to the mat if you wanted to. Before coming up into your high lunge, you could always step your foot out, your right foot out a little bit more for more balance. Bringing those arms out to the sides. And then giving yourself a big hug. Making sure it's the opposite arm on top. And coming into your eagle arms. And holding it here. And then releasing down and stepping back into your dog. Repeating that sequence on your right, lifting your right leg up into three-legged dog, and then stepping forward into your fold. Inhale as you come into your chair, sitting back, and exhale, swing back, reaching back, repeating that, and exhale, swing. Coming back to your chair, and then fold. Stepping back with that left leg, wiggling your right foot in between your hands. Placing your block on the mat, right next to your foot. Coming into your warrior two pose. Once again. And then releasing down into your extended side angle. And reaching that left arm forward. And then lowering all the way down into your low lunge. Reaching those arms out to the sides, trying to challenge your balance a little bit more this time. And then extending that back leg straight back. And giving yourself a big hug. And bringing those arms up. Eagle arms once again. And then release, stepping back into your dog. Taking a breath or two here. Lifting that left leg up into three-legged dog. And stepping forward into your fold. Coming into your chair, inhale as you raise those arms up. Exhale as you swing back. Inhale as you raise those arms up. And exhale as you swing back. Inhale and hold. And exhale, fold. Stepping back into your warrior two on the left. Setting up your block. And opening up into your warrior. Making your way into your extended side angle. You could always challenge yourself if you wanted to try it without the block. Fingertips to the mat and opening up to the ceiling. And then reaching your right arm forward. And then release, coming into a low lunge. Placing your block aside. Bringing your arms out to the sides. And if you wanted to challenge yourself once again on the opposite leg, extending that right leg back. And then coming into your eagle arms and holding it here. And then release, stepping back into your dog. Then releasing your knees down to the mat. And making our way into a dolphin pose. So bringing your forearms down to the mat, interlacing those fingers and pressing your interlaced fingers and forearms into the mat. Keeping your feet about hip width apart, just like we would go into downward facing dog, lifting your hips up and back. So your ears should be right near your armpits. Now, if you wanted to walk those feet towards you a little bit more, as long as it feels okay, to make it a little bit more challenging for you. And then releasing those knees down, coming back into a child's pose, and then making your way into downward facing dog. Lifting that right leg up into three-legged dog and stepping forward into lizard on the right. Releasing that left knee down. You could hold it here, or if you wanted to, you could always use your block. Rest your forearms on the block. Keeping that knee aligned right above the ankle. You could point your toes back behind you if that feels better. Just taking a couple deep breaths here. Releasing any tightness that you may feel. And then coming up from your lizard, stepping back into your dog. Taking a breath here. Then lifting that left leg up into three-legged dog, stepping forward into your lizard on the left, releasing that right knee down, and mirroring what you did on the opposite side. And then making your way out of lizard, coming back into your down dog. We're going to lift that right leg up into three-legged dog. Pull that right knee in right behind that right elbow. Coming into your pigeon, bringing that left knee down, extending that leg back, pointing your toes back behind you, opening your heart forward and up. So always making sure that right foot is flexed, making sure that knee, that front knee feels good. You could use your block if you wanted to rest your forearms on, or your forehead. Now coming up from your lizard, placing your block to the side if you used your block. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders, sliding that left knee forward and coming back into your dog. Lifting that left leg up into three-legged dog, pulling that left knee in right behind that left elbow, lower leg across the mat. Sliding that right leg back, pointing your toes back behind you, and opening your heart forward and up. Setting up your blocks or block, and then coming into your pigeon. And then making your way out of pigeon, placing your hands underneath your shoulders, sliding that right leg forward, and just coming into child's pose here, wide-legged child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, and releasing down. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.